The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Getting your work week started right by stretching out your vagina holes with the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome. You have been beamed aboard the mothership for another episode of The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. I'm your host, Alien Stone. We are broadcasting live at this moment right directly into your vagina holes on alienxradio.com in Detroit, Michigan, as well as UG Media in the UK, WCET-FM in South Carolina, Lime City Radio in Indiana, and the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network somewhere out there in the ether. So, another shout out real quickly to just a few of our affiliates in replay and syndication around the world, like 920 WON The Apple in New York City, New York, 24.7 The Stream in Chicago, Illinois, WRFN 1025 in the UK. That's one of our oldest affiliates, by the way. I believe 6 years running on that station. WRPR Rat Pack Radio in Florida, and many, 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 many others. I'll get to those as we move along through the course of the show. The Alien X lines are open. Phone number is 1-313-444-8919. Again, that's 1-313-444-8919. Give me a call anytime during the show. I'm just going to pick up the phone. If I'm playing music, I'll cut the music off. I'll come right to you. Perhaps you want to talk about, music. Perhaps you want to talk about, airplanes. Whatever you want to talk about. But probably
Coronavirus!
That's what's on everybody's mind. It's all anybody can talk about. You look up the news, all the stories, no matter what it's about. You know, Chippy, the water skiing squirrel, he had a great day the other day, got his championship title, but then was diagnosed with
Coronavirus!
See, even the feel-good stories end up with
Coronavirus!
Aha!
Just saying. So anyway, if you want to give me a call anytime, feel free. Music for the vagina holes, news, sports, skits, just a few questions. Who wants to be a smartass? Lots of stuff on the way right here on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
Let's take a look at this day in history.
April 27th, 1822. Ulysses S. Grant, the Civil War general who later served as president, is born in Point Pleasant, Ohio. Grant led Union forces during the war's final years, receiving the Confederate surrender at Appomattox. 1521, Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan is killed in the Philippines, but Magellan's crew continues and ultimately completes the first circumnavigation of the globe. 1805. In North Africa, an attack during the First Barbary War that inspires the lyrics of a U.S. Marine Corps hymn. A force of Marines and mercenaries capture the city of Derna on the shores of Tripoli, now part of Libya. And 1947, in New York, ailing baseball star Babe Ruth is honored at Yankee Stadium on Babe Ruth Day.
There's been so many lovely things said about me, and I'm glad that I've had the opportunity to thank everybody. Thank you.
But Ruth's health continues to decline. And baseball's Sultan of SWAT dies the following year. Today in history, April 27th. Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press.
All right, now we know what happened all those years ago. So let's go ahead and get this show underway with some brand spanking new submitted music to the station. That's right. You can always submit your music for airplay on the show by sending your quality MP3s to newmusic@alienxradio.com. Again, that is newmusic@alienxradio.com. Indie Butterfly's Dream, the name of the band, and Another Day, the name of the tune. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
We're like ice and fire, yeah. There's nothing we can do. I'm just getting higher, yeah. Feeling down, it's true. Wait, you don't have to pray. It's just another day. Here in our little bay. Hey, I know what they say. I just wanna play. You just have to stay away from me. Now I'm on a mission, yeah. I know you feel it too. I'm ready to unleash it, yeah. But there's something I must do first. Wait, you don't have to pray. It's just another day. Here in our little bay. Hey, I know what they say. Don't wait another day. You just have to stay away from me. From me. Yeah. From me. From me.
Why is it that everything today has involved things either going in or coming out of my ass?
Hey kids, time to roll. That's how we lost control. Wasting precious time. I couldn't tell you why. Come the night, and the time is mine. As I lead the blind, take the night, but the sleeping are happy. But the days are overlapping. I'll start a revolution. Get up in the morning. I'll start a revolution. Get up. Start a revolution. Start a revolution. When I get up in the morning. Start a revolution. Start a revolution. When I get up in the morning.
Here's this week's bad movie flashback.
No. Please. No, not that.
I'm going to show you something that's going to totally change your life completely forever.
She's a brunette from Southern California. And he's not.
I need romance. I need surprises. A UFO landed in my pool. They captured me. I fed them Pop-Tarts, but you've got to cut their hair.
What did you say?
They may be from outer space.
So? They can still be dates.
I think we could just make them look more sort of human.
Hey, come on, everybody. We're doing a makeover.
Underneath, they're more than human.
Wow, you're incredible.
I could fix you up with some bodacious chicks, just like that.
I can't believe you're renting an alien in front of all these people. I'm going home with him.
Are we limp and hard to manage?
Wait a minute, are you like coming on to me?
Her boyfriend's a doctor.
I've never, ever been unfaithful to you.
Whose treatment is totally alienating.
Here comes Dr. Love.
And her new love's an alien who's more than accommodating.
Do you own your own home or do you rent?
Gina Davis, Julie Brown, and Jeff Goldblum in a film directed by Julian Temple and produced by Tony Garnett.
I just don't want you to think Earth girls are easy.
Earth girls are easy.
Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Bus commercials, definitely.
Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Awesome.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Alien Stone. You're tuned to the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space on alienxradio.com, UG Media, WCET-FM, Lime City Radio. Wow, sorry, choked on my own tongue. And Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network. Our fine affiliates around the world in syndication include 97.1 KGSB FM Get Smashed Radio. That's in Seattle. Also, Mile High Radio in Colorado and Western Reserve Digital Radio in Ohio. Thank you for tuning in. 1-313-444-8919. That's again 1-313-444-8919. That's the numbers, the Alien X lines. Give me a call live right here in the studio. You can talk about whatever the hell it is that you want to talk about. From anything from cars to sports. I won't be very much help with you on sports, though, because I can't really talk much about sports. I don't know jack about sports. Maybe you want to talk about whatever those little plastic things are that are on the end of your shoelaces. Whatever those are called. I don't know what they're called. But probably
Coronavirus!
everybody's talking about.
Coronavirus!
I'm sick of it.
Coronavirus!
Well, I'm not sick of it. No, I don't want to see. No, don't tell anybody you're sick of coronavirus because then they'll think you got the coronavirus. See, I'm not sick with the coronavirus. I'm sick of the coronavirus. You got to be really specific. You can't even go out anywhere and have allergies. If you go anywhere and sneeze or cough, people are looking at you like you got a stick of dynamite sticking out of your butt, and you're just ready at any moment to go off. Okay, they think that you've been planted there to destroy people. It's like, whoa, slow down. Slow down. It's pollen, okay? It's allergies. This stuff happens every year. Just because, there's a bigger deal.
Coronavirus!
Doesn't mean that we're still not being attacked by flowers doing it, okay? That's right. You don't think about that, do you? You're breathing in the pollen and it's making you sick, right? It's making you sneeze. Well, that's because flowers are doing it. Doing it. Flowers don't even need Igor's lube. Just saying. Anyway. Oh, man. The craziness in the world, it's just what is going on right now in the world. I just want to pose a question here, and feel free to give me a call, 313-444-8919. Tell me what you think about this, okay? what level, how much would your employer be allowed to take into account your personal life when determining whether or not they want you to continue as an employee for them? You know, I'm just wondering, how much of your private personal life are they allowed to take into account? Because I'm reading a story here about a young lady who is an upcoming mechanic. Apparently, she's very good. She has a job working for a dealership. She's working on the cars. Okay, she knows her stuff. Okay, she ain't no dummy. She ain't no slouch. She knows her way around the car, in and out, and she can fix the cars. So she's great at her job. Everybody likes the work that she does. There's no complaints with any of her job related anything. Okay, bosses say that she's great, but she has this account on the side, which is, I guess it's called OnlyFans, which I guess she is doing a little bit of amateur pornography on the side. Whether that's photographs, whether it's not full-blown pornography with, full-blown intercourse, all that stuff. My question is this. At what point can her bosses fire her from her mechanic position because of something that she does unrelated in her private life? Because that's exactly what they did. They found out that she was starting to become kind of popular, that she was getting followers on the OnlyFans account for her pornography. And I'm saying pornography because that's the way it's described in the article, is pornography. And I know that word encompasses a lot of things, and some things, it all depends on your opinion on what you consider pornography. When I hear the word pornography, I don't consider that just nude photos, okay? That's just nudity to me. Pornography is when you start getting into action. You know what I'm saying? Things happening. But that's an opinion of mine. All that does, in fact, go underneath pornography. I get it. But she was fired for this. Now, my question is, how much of this was related to her job? Obviously, pornography is not part of her job as a mechanic. Right? Right. Okay. Well, I'm a delivery driver by trade. My radio show has nothing to do with being a delivery driver. But if I come out and say something on the radio about logistics or something, can I be fired for that? It depends. Am I talking about my company? Am I putting my company into a bad light? This is the question that I have is, are any of her followers that you are talking about, or any of the people, are these people that were her customers or people that were customers of your business? Is she poaching your customers from your dealership, your mechanic shop, over to her pornography website? That is the question. Now, if you are the boss and you don't want your company associated with the pornography, then the situation would be she would not be allowed to engage with any of the customers regarding that. And there should be no contact with them outside of the mechanic shop. If you can manage to get a grip on that and know for sure that that's not happening. Okay, very small instance here would be like a disc jockey. A disc jockey gets hired by a disc jockey company to do weddings. So he goes out with the disc jockey company's equipment on a disc jockey company's gig that they booked, and they hired this DJ to go out and do. So while that DJ is out doing that job, he's talking to all these people that come up and say, hey, man, we're getting married next week. My brother's getting married. My uncle's getting married. And we're looking for a DJ. You're doing a great job here. And instead of that DJ giving them the contact information for the company that hired him for that job, he gives them his personal information because he's also doing his own remote DJ stuff on the side. Now, that would be an issue. I could fire you, no question, from that DJ company because you are using our platform to take business to another platform. Okay, in that particular one, it's poaching the exact same type of business. Now, the question is, Okay, now you start getting into morality. Okay, now if that DJ was giving out cards because he knits sweaters, okay, unrelated, completely unrelated, and now all of these people are contacting this DJ on their off time because they want sweaters. Okay, they're still calling the DJ company to get their uncle's and their brother's wedding taken care of. See what I'm saying? So at what level can you say, look, I don't want you to bother my customers with your business card and your website for your sweaters? That's not really related. He's not really taking anything from your company. Okay, but how intrusive is he being with your customers? Now, in this particular case, again, you have to ask, was she contacting the customers, trying to get them involved with her website and her pornography? You need to know that, okay? That's, of course, not referred to anywhere in the article. So could it be that their boss just happened to come across her pornography, recognized her, and then decided on his own that he didn't want to be associated with that? And the reason why is because, hello, you were already perusing the porn sites when you came across this. So you're kind of distancing yourself from porn as well when you were digging around at it yourself, because that's how you came across it, right? Okay, so, or to one of your customers, see? Now, obviously, if one of your customers comes to you and says, hey, your mechanic is doing porn, okay, now we do have an issue. We do have an issue because now you're being recognized by our customers, or customers are coming to us with a concern. That could be an issue. So at what level do you think that we should be able to say, hey, she could do whatever she wants to do on her side, whether it's morally correct? Let me take that back. Correct is, you can't really use correct when you're saying morally, because that's all opinions and based on your own values. So I guess if it's morally in line with your morals of your business, I don't know. It's really creepy, man. I don't know. It's creepy. How much of somebody's personal life do you think you're allowed to take into account when hiring or firing somebody? I don't know. A little more music for your Vajir holes here before we get into the bottom half of this hour and some news for your Vajir holes. Right now, it's brand new spanking song. Brand spanking new song submitted to the station. A band called, I hope I'm saying this right, Ascendo. And the tune is Bonafide. And you're listening to the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. Quick shout out to all our live affiliates, Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, WCET-FM, Lime City Radio, and the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network, as well as our fantastic affiliates in syndication and rebroadcast around the world. 920 WON The Apple, 24.7 The Stream, WRFN 1025, WRPR Rat Pack Radio, United Sounds Choice Radio, United Talk Radio, Prod Core Radio, Pure Rock Radio, 97.1 KGSB Get Smashed Radio, IRN Internet Radio, Good Talk Radio, Mile High Radio, K89 in Pennsylvania, and Western Reserve Digital Radio. We will be back with more of The Attack right after this. Go nowhere.
And now your weekly news update from NPR.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
I've always listened to it.
Live from NPR News, I'm Corva Coleman. The White House Coronavirus Response Coordinator is warning that social distancing will likely continue over the summer. NPR's Joel Rose reports Dr. Deborah Birx also says some states and regions can reopen safely.
Dr. Birx says the latest data on coronavirus trends give her, quote, great hope, unquote, that governors can begin to gradually reopen their states safely. But she also told NBC's Meet the Press that life will not suddenly return to normal.
Social distancing will be with us through the summer to really ensure that we protect one another as we move through these phases.
Dr. Birx says the U.S. needs a, quote, breakthrough in testing in order to get a more accurate picture of the virus's spread. Her comments come as some states, primarily in the South, have begun to relax restrictions on businesses and public life, while other governors in the Northeast and the West are moving more cautiously to reopen their states' economies. Joel Rose, NPR News.
Although a handful of states are slowly relaxing their shelter-in-place orders, some protesters are demanding that governors remove all blocks immediately. Some protesters gathered in state capitals such as Madison, Wisconsin, but their views are not widely shared. Counter-protester Chris Walker says others see the need for stay-at-home orders and created a Facebook group to urge people to stay at home.
I'm worried that more people will get infected with this disease because how many people were in the Madison area walking around freely about.
Officials report that at least 7 people in Wisconsin were infected with the coronavirus when they went to vote in person in Wisconsin's primary election. Researchers at Johns Hopkins University say that about 966,000 people have been infected with the coronavirus in the United States and that nearly 55,000 people have died of COVID-19. In the Philippines, President Rodrigo Duterte has upped the reward to $1 million for any citizen finding a vaccine against the coronavirus. NPR's Julie McCarthy reports he is also prolonging stay-at-home orders for Filipinos.
On Friday, President Duterte extended the quarantine of metropolitan Manila and other areas by 2 weeks to May 15th. But despite the protracted lockdown, there has been a surge in cases. 48 hours after lengthening the quarantine, the Philippines reported nearly 300 additional cases Sunday. Deaths from COVID-19 have climbed to over 500. As testing ramps up, more cases are detected, but experts say there are not enough diagnostic kits. And the coronavirus has also highlighted a serious shortage of nurses in the country. The Philippines has long been the world's leading supplier of nurses. Some 150,000 work in the United States, where they typically earn salaries far greater than they would at home. Julie McCarthy, NPR News.
This is NPR News.
It's starting to get warm outside. Pretty soon my balls are going to stick to my leg. I got to get me some freedom.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing.
Thanks, Igor.
And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow. Hello and welcome to Man Law. I'm your host, Judge Man. You have been read your rights. I have read your complaints and your emails. The first case up on the docket today is P. Shizzle for real. Am I to understand this guy's name is P. Shizzle for real? Well, Mr. For Real writes, Judge Man, I'm trying to figure out why society paints a picture of me as being a homosexual. I wear my pants hanging down off of my butt, showing my underwear everywhere I go. This is not me telling the world I'm a homosexual. It is simply the style of my generation. What is it about my pants drooping down that makes people think I'm a homosexual? First off, no one wants to see your underwear unless they're about to get busy. So if you're showing dudes your underwear, maybe some of them might want to get busy. Now, let's address the real problem, sir. Pants hanging down is not the presence of style, it's the lack of class. And now today's list of things that real men should never ever do. Number 1, real men should never show their fear. Be fearless, men, even in the eye of danger. Number 2, real men don't take orders from backseat drivers. That's when you turn around and say, shut the hell up, you're going wherever my car takes you. Number 3, real men never, ever, under any circumstances, talk to another man while they're at the urinal. If you have something to say to me, you can wait till I finish taking a leak. Number 4, real men never pay for sex, on the telephone or in person. And the last one on today's list, real men never ask the question, what are you thinking? This has been Judge Man with Man Law. I have ruled.
Coronavirus!
Aha! A man goes into a restaurant, he sits down, he's having a bowl of soup. He says to the waiter, come, taste the soup. Waiter says, is something wrong with the soup? He says, taste the soup. He says, there's something wrong with the soup. Is the soup too hot? He says, will you taste the soup? It's wrong. Is the soup too cold? Will you just taste the soup? All right, I'll taste the soup. Where's the spoon? Aha! Aha! What do you know from funny, you bastard?
Oh, yes, everybody. Welcome back to The Attack. It's The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Screaming through the galaxy at triple redunculous speeds, but do not worry. The gravitational plates are gravitating, the inertia canceller is canceling, and the deflector array, why? The deflector array is saying, I certainly do not have
Coronavirus!
It's not me, it's just allergies.
Aha!
Aha, that's right. I wonder how many people that are being tested positive for the coronavirus are actually being tested positive for one of the previous coronaviruses that really isn't a big deal. It's just, oh, coronavirus!
Coronavirus!
You do know that there's more than one, right? You do know that. You do know that, right? This isn't like the first and only coronavirus that's ever existed on the planet, right? You do know this. There's many of them, which is why you can find cleaning supplies years old that say kills the coronavirus. Not this one. but one of the other ones. Maybe it kills this one too. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I just do stupid things on the radio. Anyway, music for the Vajir Holes right now from a band that has become quite a friend of the show. A band called Rusty Boilers. Gunman, the name of the song.
Like a storm is forming again with you. No news in your eyes. I'm still looking, but time doesn't lie. You're running away to your Egyptian cotton sheets. Your hair is beautiful. The way it falls on your pillow. Running away, you're frosting the light. It bothers you. No one feels that night. Stadium still. When you don't go straight. Gunman shot you, but I got hurt. Clearly it's not a tattoo on your hand. It's a glove. You burned his name to prove your skeptical love. Your hair is beautiful. You're frosting the lights, messing around with fragments of truth. You're close to the sun. It's not a tattoo, it's a gun. Pastel angels around me again. You did an end run, an end run, an end run, an end run. Clearly it's not a tattoo on your hand. It's a glove. You burned his name to prove your skeptical love. Your hair is beautiful. Pastel angels around me again. You did
just a few questions.
All right, everybody. Once again, it is that time I look forward to each and every week. It's the time that I get to make the unit feel a little uncomfortable.
I'm shutting off Facebook. I'm shutting off the computer. Let's do this.
Wow, he's going to focus today. He's going to focus, man. We're on this.
Oh, attention. Don't forget to breathe. There we go, bones. Into nose, out to the mouth.
So for those of you that want to play along, that want to answer just a few questions, you can give me a call right now.
I'm surprised Man Martin hasn't called in today.
At 1-313-444-8919. Again, that's 1-313-444-8919. I just made sure that they are open. The Alien X lines are open. So here we go. Are you ready, sir?
If I say yes, would you believe me?
Maybe.
Then no.
I'll go forward anyway.
Question number 1.
Question number 1. You are a top secret operative working for an unofficial government agency that uses a very unique technology to right wrongs and dispense justice without arrests or convictions. You transmit your consciousness into that of another person who has been wronged in some way. They could be anywhere in the world at any time in history or future. After assuming control over the other person, you begin implementing the necessary actions to turn the tables on the offenders. That's right. You have been recruited by the Karma Police to dispense discreet justice and return while going completely undetected. Are you ready for your first training mission?
Bring it.
Bring it. As the technicians strap you into your seat and attach dozens of electrodes all over your head and body, you close your eyes and go into your uploading program. You are now connected to the mainframe and will receive your mission details. You will be assuming the identity of Ernest Belchner, a bicycle shop owner in Ontario, Canada. The year will be 2020. A man will come in the shop who has a bit of history with Ernest. He was a bully back in high school that used to embarrass and beat you up weekly. He doesn't seem to recognize you. He is there to buy a bike. So, what do? A, tell him go take your business elsewhere. That'll show him. B, pull a shotgun from behind the counter and blow off all 4 of his limbs before finally a headshot. C, tamper with the brakes so that they will fail at high speeds. Or D, tamper with the bike seat so it will fail, sending the seat mount through the seat and violently up his ass.
Oh, I'm definitely going with D.
Now, well, wait a minute. Remember, we have the return of the wild card answer you can choose.
Care.
The make up your own answer.
No!
You're going with D.
All right, fine.
Metal up the ass.
Metal up the ass.
I'm with that, too. That's a good one. So D is your answer.
I mean, I'm surprised that one wasn't the wild card.
No, the wild card answer is that you did not choose. Change his paperwork from 1/5/20 to 1/5/2015 and claim that he has never made a payment in the last 5 years, ruin his credit, and watch him fall into financial dire straits, lose his wife and kids, develops a drug problem leading him to eventual suicide.
Same thing.
Same thing. And your bonus question, do you remember an Ernest Belchner type kid in your high school, and did you or did you not bully or make fun of him?
I was him.
You were him. So it's yes and no. All right, excellent. So, question number two.
Question number 2.
Question number 2. On your second mission, the scene is a small concert venue. Several local bands are opening up for a national act. All of the opening bands play their guts out and fully entertain the audience. The headlining act is about to take the stage. Now, you have been sent back in time for this one because the events of this day originally went as follows. After the opening acts finished, the headliner, Dokken, took the stage. After fighting with his own sound issues, the lead singer made the decision to blame it all on the opening bands, calling them screamers. You have just assumed the identity of Don Dokken just as he takes the stage. What do you do? A, start singing Mary Had a Little Lamb during Dream Warriors. B, tell the audience the set will be played a full step and a half down as you are far too old to rock out anymore, and that the show will be cut short as your bedtime is now 8:30 p.m. C, take your pants off and begin masturbating during Alone Again solo. Or D, climb to the top of the speakers and stage dive. Literally, stage dive onto the stage where no one will catch you. You will be pulled out just before impact, leaving Don Dokken for the face plant. You also have a wild card answer, or make up your own answer, and go.
So let me get this straight.
You are now Don Dokken.
I am now Don Dokken.
Right before he did all that crap to you.
Right before he did all that stuff.
Yeah. What's he going to do?
I want to hear the wild card answer on this one.
Wild card answer is... This is the one you're choosing now.
I'm going with it.
Announce to the audience that you will be getting a sex change, marrying Barry Manilow, and writing a Broadway musical adaptation of Mr. Scary, a story of toxic masculinity. You like that one, huh?
Dude. What time did you get up today?
I got up late today, actually.
Man. That's freaking creative, bro. That's all I'm saying. Your imagination. What the Florida?
And now your bonus question is, what's your favorite Don Dokken song?
Actually, it's a George Lynch song. It's Mr. Scary. Okay? Just because it was, it's the only one where he doesn't sing on.
Got
so that is my favorite Dokken song.
I like that one, too. So anyway, moving right along.
Question number 3.
Question number 3. After 1 year of service, you are given 1 week's paid vacation, a cash bonus, and a freelance pass. A freelance pass is a one-time personal use license to use the equipment for your own application. This means you will get to choose who you will be, where you will go, and what time in which it will take place. Then you will submit a detailed plan outlining your intentions and targets involved and the outcome expected. You cannot change history, so you can't be Hitler's mom and get an abortion. It must be about your life. Someone who has wronged you in some way and could use a dose of karma. So, you will need to answer these questions right off the bat. Who will you be? Where will you go? In what time will it take place? What will you do? Who will you do it to? And what is the expected outcome? So who has wronged you?
Holy shit.
That you got to get even with? Who are you going to get even with?
Fudge, man. This is a deep question.
It's deep. That's why we started early today.
All right. Here's
somebody wronged you. Somebody stuck it in you, and it messed you up in your brain.
I'm just gonna say my ex-wife.
Your ex-wife. Okay, so that's your ex-wife. Now, where in the world are you going to be? Where do you have to go to intercept her to be able to do what you're going to do?
I have to go back to Milford, Michigan. This is like a therapy session real quick right now, dude. This is deep. Okay. I don't know the exact year, but I remember it was Mother's Day.
That's great. Mother's Day back in the day.
Back in the day, it was on Mother's Day. It was in Milford, Michigan.
So that's where it takes place.
Yep.
And when? Who are you going to be?
Who
to
am
be
I
able
to be?
to remember, you're going to do things to get even with her. So who are you going to assume?
I can't be myself?
I guess you can assume yourself back then. Yeah, you can take over your old body.
Yeah, I want to take over my old body.
All right.
Okay. And then go back to the house about 10 minutes earlier before the dude started walking out my back door.
Gotcha. So what is the expected outcome?
Choke slamming him through my deck.
All right. That's very good.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
So the wild card answers are as follows.
How can you have a wild card answer for that one?
Here it is. Here's the wild card answer for you. Who would you be? You would be a proctologist. Where will you go? The proctology's office examination room. In what time will it take place? The day after your birth. What will you do? Grease up the patient's ass with a healthy dose of Igor's Lube and punch into the darkness like an angry ninja warrior. Who will you do it to? The doctor that slapped you on the ass when you were born. And what is the expected outcome? A little pressure that may cause some discomfort. See, you could have chosen that. And your
I
bonus.
could have, but you made me think too hard and too deep real fast, dude. Not wagga wagga.
And your bonus question. After hollowing out the good doctor with your walnut-sized knuckles, would you call him an Uber or just, I'm done with you, and leave cab fare on the nightstand?
Oh, I'd definitely be I'm done with you. Leave the cab fare on the nightstand.
Done. All right, sir. Thank you for participating. This has been...
Is there no lightning strikes during this
I forgot there's lightning strikes.
Are you for real?
Where's the paper? Oh,
am I taking over this thing again?
Yeah, you actually have to. It is now time for Lightning Crashes. I thought we were finishing too early. Finish this line. A proctologist with poor blank perception.
Depth.
Very good, very good. So, you get a lightning strikes for that. True or false? Girls' bikes don't have the nutcracker bar, not because they don't have nuts, but because they wear dresses.
True.
Very true, very true. Very, very true. Cry of the Gypsy, Dokken song or Alien Stone's favorite porno?
Both.
I haven't seen Cry of the Gypsy, but I've heard it. What's great for dry, flaky elbows?
Igor's Lube.
Very good, very good, very good. Finish this line. Hi, my name is Don Dokken, and I'm a blank.
Douchebag.
Douche.
And the box it came in on.
What's great for squeaky hinges?
Igor's Lube.
Very good, very good, very good. Stage dive, crowd crawl, or stay on the frickin' stage?
Stay on the frickin' stage.
Absolutely. They tell you to break a leg, they don't mean try to break a leg.
They don't mean literally break it.
Right.
Right.
Finish this line. I got my blank stuck in a gravy boat.
Hand. Arm. Fist.
Got my fist stuck in a gravy boat. You've been hearing this commercial for, 3 years? I don't know how long it's been on, but...
Same thing. 220, 221.
No, man, you got to be exactly right. Exactly.
Pulling shenanigans on this whole game now.
And next one. Who writes the songs that makes the whole world sing? Five, 4.
I don't remember who
3,
wrote that.
2, 1. He was mentioned earlier in just a few questions. Mr. Barry Manilow.
Was too.
Barry Manilow.
Son.
Right.
Did you know? Did you know? You didn't either. All right, cool.
They don't want to admit it. And finally, what can get out of a tight situation or into one, for that matter?
Igor's Lube.
Igor's Lube. All right, everybody, that has been just a few questions. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, folks, we're up against another break. Time to take a short pause in the action for station identification and bring you up to speed with another news update. We'll be back with hour number 2 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from Outer Space, so go nowhere.
Coronavirus!
Cautiously
reassessing coronavirus exit plans. I'm Mary Corsetti, Fox News. Parts of America are finally beginning to return to some form of normal, and New York Governor Andrew Cuomo said the state is starting to look at phased reopenings after May 15th and adds normal activities like going to a sports game will be a unique challenge to face when the time comes.
We want to bring sports back, right? So there's an activity that people can watch on TV. What sports can you do without an audience? What sports can you make work economically where you don't have to sell a seat in the stadium?
And in Texas, some excitement today that restaurants are resuming patio dining.
We drove all the way from Rockwell, which is the other side of Dallas, just to come over here and eat in Colleyville, support what they were doing, and excited about getting to eat out again, honestly.
Somebody finally got the message. We got to get back to normal.
But medical experts say there isn't enough testing happening for non-essential businesses to start reopening. Former Democratic Georgia gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams joins NBC's Meet the Press to share her thoughts about the decision of Georgia Governor Brian Kemp to reopen the state.
I think that reopening business until we have increased our testing and decreased our infection rate is wrong-headed. There is no logic to it. It defies the science that we know, and it ignores the fact that Georgia has the 14th highest infection rate and the 7th slowest testing rate.
And despite the new cases and warnings about more testing being done, Spain let children go outside for the first time in 6 weeks. In Italy, factories, construction sites, and wholesale supply businesses are preparing to resume activity. And British Prime Minister Boris Johnson is going back to work Monday after being hospitalized with the coronavirus. America is listening to Fox News.
You know, it's about to start getting pretty hot outside. I think it's time I have a professional check out my air conditioning unit.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Me and my lady want to get busy tonight. What do you recommend?
Igor's Lube.
I got my fist stuck in a gravy boat. Any ideas on how I can get it out?
Igor's Lube.
The hinges on my cabinet doors are squeaky. What should I use?
Igor's Lube.
I got dry, flaky elbows.
Igor's Lube.
Okay, but what if I'm being held hostage by a supervillain in an underground lair with a ticking time bomb and only seconds left until detonation? What would save me then, huh?
Igor's Lube.
That's right. Everything is smoother with Igor's Lube.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like.
It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Once in a lifetime, there comes a show that will test and define your intellect. A show that will break through the boundaries of your mind. A show that will peel away the layers of reality to reveal the inner workings of who we are. And when a show like that comes along, we will gladly step aside and give them our time slot. But until then, who wants to be a smartass?
All right, folks, let's try this again, shall we? We can't get D-Unit on the phone. I know he has a brand new phone. He's probably having all kinds of issues with it. I got him the one time. I don't know what happened. He got disconnected. But we got Mad Martin here. So, I changed it up a little bit. It's a little easier to do this time.
Okay.
Last time was a little complicated. You know what I'm saying? Okay? But it's still... The way it's going to work still is I'm going to give you some categories to choose from. You're going to choose which categories, and I'm going to give you a certain amount of time to give me as many answers as you can. Now, the top 5 answers will be on the board, and those are my top 5 answers. I'm the only person that I polled. Okay? So it isn't what America would say. It isn't what London, what they would say. It's what I would say. Okay? So, let's go ahead and get to this. Are you ready? Who wants to be a smartass?
Yes, I am about ready to fail miserably again.
I don't know about failing. I mean, come on. You ran like, what, -6 or something last time? I can't remember what the score was.
Yeah, sometimes I think I do it on purpose just to make myself laugh.
That's a possibility. All right, so let's go ahead and get this thing underway. Your categories are: you should, but you better not. Tastes just like chicken. Dumpster fire divas. That goes where? Just blow me. And stupid human tricks. Which category would you like to start with?
Dumpster fire celebrities.
Oh, hey, we have a phone call coming in.
Oh.
Are you ready to try this? There's a button that says merge. You ready?
Yeah.
Did it work? Are you merged? D-Unit.
Hello.
Hey, he's there, folks. It worked.
Hey.
All right, we got D-Unit and Mad Martin on the line.
Woohoo.
Dude, I don't know what happened.
I have no idea. It was weird.
Yeah, and this new phone, I'm sorry, man, it's the new phone. I tried to accept a call 3 times, and I almost threw the new phone up against the wall. So I'm sorry, guys.
That's exactly what I was saying. I was like, he's having problems with the new phone. There's all kind of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So, where we're at right now is I gave Mad Martin his selection of categories, and he has to pick his first category. So since you missed it, I'm going to go over the categories again real quick. Are you ready?
I'm here. Hit me.
The categories are: you should, but you better not. Tastes just like chicken. Dumpster fire divas. That goes where? Just blow me. And stupid human tricks. And Mad Martin has selected dumpster fire divas. And sir, here is your question. They rise to fame and they occupy the public eye. Then they spiral out of control and their world comes crashing down. Name these pop stars that have burned at least for a while. Now remember, it's the top 5 answers. They're Alien Stone's answers. You're going to have 30 seconds in which to give me as many answers as you can. And whatever you drop, D-Unit gets to try to pick up. Are you ready?
Go on, then.
Top 5 answers are on the board. 30 seconds. Your time starts right now.
Miley Cyrus. I'm going to go with Britney Spears. I'm going to go with Bill Cosby. I'm going to go... I'm trying to think of a few more. No. My mind's gone blank.
Keep going. You got 16 seconds left. 15. 10.
Truth. Who else has got burnt along the way? Rolf Harris hasn't been too clever. Or Jimmy Savile.
And you're out of time. So let's go ahead and check real quick how many out of the 5 you got. You got 1. You got 2. You just got 2. So it means you dropped 3 balls. You dropped 3 balls, which means D-Unit gets a chance to pick that up. Now, here's the thing. If you want to pick up the balls, D-Unit, you can't do like he did and give me a bunch of answers. You can only give me 3 answers right now. So, give me your top 3 answers for dumpster fire divas.
Divas. Oh. Shoot. Dude, I'm throwing a blank on this.
Oh, I forgot to start your time, so you only get 10 seconds for this part. Ready? And go.
I don't. What is that girl who? Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, sorry, you ran out of time.
I got nothing, man.
Did he pick up any of the balls? No, you got none of the balls. The balls that you left dangling on the floor were Lindsay Lohan.
Ah, Lindsay Lohan.
And I know I said divas, but I still put down Justin Bieber.
Ah, yes.
Oh, see, I was going to say Justin Bieber. He was going to be my first one, but you said divas.
I know, I kind of,
so that's
yeah.
not fair.
The other one was Kanye West.
See, I was going to say R. Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
But again, you said divas.
Yes, I did. So right now we got 2 points for Martin and nothing for D-Unit.
Right.
So, D-Unit, you now get to choose your category. The ones that are remaining is you should, but better not. Tastes just like chicken. That goes where? Just blow me and stupid human tricks.
I'm going to go with stupid human tricks.
Stupid human tricks. All right, sir, this is your first question, so you will also get 30 seconds on the clock to give as many answers as you can to this question. Are you ready for your question?
Hit me.
All right, so people who think they are talented do stupid things for attention. Name these things people can do and even less people are impressed by. So these are stupid things that people can do that you just like, so? And you got 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now.
All right, I'm going to go with sticking a Tide Pod in your mouth. How about snorting a condom? Let's see. How about burning your arm on an electric grill? What else? Sticking scissors in your eye? I don't know. Let's see. What else stupid people can do? Going outside, not wearing masks, coughing on people. Maybe that's on there.
Oh, you're out of time, sir. You're out of time. I am awarding you a creativity point because I liked almost all of your answers. Okay? So you get a creativity point.
Okay, man.
So let's check. Let's go to the scoreboard here and see how many did he get right. Nothing. You got Jack. You got Jack.
It's almost as bad as me.
So
for real?
For real, you didn't get any of them.
Oh.
So, but I gave you a creativity point though because I liked.
Cool.
I liked a lot of them. Okay, so now, Mad Martin, you get a chance to pick up 5 balls. You got to give me just 5 answers, and you'll get 10 seconds to do that. And your time starts now.
Buying all the TP at pandemic time, going on screaming rants about stuff that didn't actually happen in the news.
You're out of time. You picked up Jack. Nothing. You got absolutely nothing. So, right now, as we stand, the score is 2 for Martin and 1 creative point for D-Unit. The balls that are left all over the floor for stupid human tricks are turning your eyelids inside out, touch your tongue to your nose, juggling, riding a unicycle, and using an award show acceptance speech to force your political views on unsuspecting captive audiences.
That's good. I like that.
And now it is time for round number 2. So, Mad Martin, you picked your categories first in the last round. So this time, D-Unit, you get to pick your categories. So your categories to choose from this round are strippers, but why? Don't Touch the Hair, Heavy Metal Vomit Parties, Fine 80s Cinema, and Clean Up Aisle 9.
I'm going to go with the 80s Cinema.
Fine 80s Cinema. All right, sir. And here is your question. The 1980s produced an enormous library of timeless movies with great soundtracks. Name these hit songs that came from those soundtracks. You will now have 20 seconds on the clock to give me as many as you possibly can and hit my top 5. And your time starts right now.
All right, I'm going to go with Don't You Forget About Me, Danger Zone, Eye of the Tiger, Shaq. That may have been before the 80s. Let's see. You Got the Glow.
And the time is up. Time is up. Time is up. So let's go to the scoreboards and see how many you got right. You got 1. You got 2 right. You got 2 on my list, which means there are 3 balls left on the floor. And that means Mad Martin gets a chance to pick up those 3. Mad Martin, you have 10 seconds in which to give me 3 answers for timeless songs that came off of movie soundtracks. And your time starts right now.
Ooh, Ray Parker Jr., Ghostbusters. I'm going to go with Flashdance. What a feeling if that is correct. The never-ending story.
You ran out of time, but you know what? You gave me 3 excellent answers that were not on the list. 3 excellent answers. So I gave him 1 creativity point, so I will give you 1. That was a cool answer point.
Cool.
It was a cool answer point. So now it is 3 to. Oh wait, we didn't say. It's 3 to what? 3 to 3. Yeah, because you got 2 correct, D-Unit. The ones you got correct was Don't You Forget About Me and Eye of the Tiger. Now the ones that you did not get, you were very close with Danger Zone. Footloose was the other one. The Time of My Life on the Dirty Dancing soundtrack, and of course, Purple Rain.
Oh.
Purple.
Oh, no way.
I know, right?
Amazing. So it's 3
I
to
should
3.
get a point taken away from me for not getting that one.
Don't give him ideas.
So now, Mad Martin, you get to pick your category from the remaining ones. Strippers, But Why, Don't Touch the Hair, Heavy Metal Vomit Parties, or Clean Up Aisle 9.
I'm going to go with Don't Touch the Hair.
Don't touch the hair. And here is your question. Wait a minute. Oh, it's so funny because I thought I read this question already. It starts with the exact same. The 1980s starts with the exact same. The 1980s brought us hair metal.
Yeah.
Bands like Poison, Warrant, Skid Row, and White Snake had big hair, loud guitars, spandex, and music videos. Name these artists known for their hair in the 1980s. You'll have 20 seconds on the clock. Alien Stone's top 5 answers on the board. Your time starts right now.
Ooh, known for the hair. Britney Fox, Cinderella, Motley Crue, Quiet Riot. I think Rat were in there. Danger in there. White Lion, I think, in there. Great White as well. Don Dokken or Dokken. Queensryche, maybe.
And time. Mad Martin, host of the what is it? What is the damn show again?
It's Mad Martin Metal Show.
Mad Martin Metal Show. You hit every single answer that I did not put on the list.
Oh, really?
I'm not even going to go to the scoreboard. You got nothing. You got jack. But every single one of those answers was legitimate. I mean, but it just wasn't on my list. Sorry.
Oh, man.
So,
are you asking for the bands or for the actual person's name?
The person's name. But if he would have hit the band, I would have gave it to him. I would have gave him the band if he hit the band.
For real?
For real.
Nightmare.
So
man.
now
Nightmare.
you got an advantage. Now you heard all of those bands, right? So none of those bands are it. None of those singers are it. So now you get to try to pick up 5 balls. Give me 5 separate people that were known for their hair in the 80s that were in bands or independent artists, whatever. And you got 10 seconds to do so. And your time starts right now.
I mean, he said everybody, dude. Lita, I don't know,
He's
Lita
missing at least
Ford, Ozzy Osbourne.
Time!
He said everybody.
Time!
I know, man. I know. It's insane.
No good. Both got double zeros on this. Wait a minute. So the host of the Mad Metal show and the host of these music news gets zeros.
I'm going with shenanigans on this whole freaking question right now.
All right. Well, here's the balls that you all dropped. Okay. The 1980s brought us hair metal. Bands like Poison, Warrant, Skid Row, and Whitesnake had big hair, loud guitars, spandex, and music videos. Name these artists known for their hair in the 1980s. Mr. John Bon Jovi, Mr. Bret Michaels, Mr. Sebastian Bach.
Poison.
I said Poison. He didn't say Poison.
Oh, man.
You came close. Okay. You said Great White, but you didn't say White Snake because David Coverdale.
Yeah, David Coverdale. I was going to get onto that. There's just so many. Oh, no.
And the final ball rolling around on the ground, Dee Snider.
Oh, Twisted Sister. Yeah, sure. Damn it.
Still calling shenanigans on that question.
Oh, yeah. There's some sneaky goings on here.
Yeah, there better be a bonus round in this bit.
So the score is 3-3. I'm gonna go into.
Gotta go with the tiebreaker.
We're going into round number 3 right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess would say whoever's in the lead would get to pick the category, but it's a tie. So we're gonna go with Mad Martin this time. Your categories are the apocalypse. What's up, Doc? Turkish prisons. Who cut the cheese? Monsters and mythology, and getting there.
Oh, I'm going to go, it's either Apocalypse or Monsters and Mythology, but I'm going to go with Monsters and Mythology.
Monsters and mythology. And your question? Throughout man's history, there has always been stories of unnatural creatures. Beasts that are rumored to exist, but never proven. Name some of these creatures. I'm only giving you... I should have done 25 seconds. I'm going to give you 20 seconds. I'm not going to cut you down too short. 20 seconds. Okay? You got 20 seconds to give me as many of these mythical beasts as you can. And your time starts now.
Okay, so you've got Medusa, you've got Dracula, you've got werewolves, you've got Frankenstein's monster, you have got the Invisible Man, you've got the Mummy, you have got the Kraken, you have got Cthulhu.
Time. I will give you this. You did not listen to the question.
Oh.
You did not listen to the question. Because there were a lot of those on there that would not have been an answer to this question had you listened carefully. So, D-Unit, when you are going to pick up all 5 balls now, because you didn't get any of them. Here's the question again. Listen closely. Throughout man's history, there has always been stories of unnatural creatures, beasts that are rumored to exist, but never proven. So, I don't think there's an actual true rumor that vampires and werewolves actually exist.
Oh, Vlad the Impaler.
But when you said Medusa, that's part of mythology where it was rumored, so that one would have been the good one, but not on the list. So, D-Unit, 20 seconds going on the clock now. Name as many of these mythical creatures rumored to exist but never proven. And your time starts now.
What is it? Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, Godzilla. The Abominable Snowman. That's all I can think of.
And Time. Going to the scoreboard. How many answers did D Unit get correct? Got 1. Got 2. You got 2. So the 2 that you picked
Godzilla,
up,
right?
Yeah,
Godzilla.
you picked up the Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot, but his name is Daryl. Words hurt. Okay, his name is Daryl. His name is Daryl.
So would I have gotten credit if I said Daryl?
Yes, I would have given that to you. I would have given that to you. It is well known Bigfoot's name is Daryl. It's well known now. Now, the other ones.
And his other brother, Daryl.
Daryl Jr.
The ones that are still rolling around on the floor is dragons. They were rumored to exist, but there's no proof they ever did. This is a tough one for me, too, because I told you that no to vampires and werewolves. But this one is supposedly rumored to exist, but obviously can't, and that's leprechauns. And finally, the last mythical creature rumored to exist but has never been proven to exist is an honest politician.
No, that one I agree with.
An honest politician. All right, so it is now 5-3. D Unit is in the lead, and that means you are out, Mad Martin. You have been beaten. You cannot be a smartass.
Again.
You cannot be a smartass. Now, D Unit will put it all on the line and go into round 4 here, picking one final category. If he gets 3 out of 5 right, he's automatically a smartass. If he doesn't, he loses everything, and he's right down there at the bottom of the list with you in the dumbassville.
-6 to beat, D. -6 to beat.
All right.
Are you ready to hear your categories, sir?
Hit me.
All right. Mad Martin, don't give him any help.
No, my lips are sealed.
Your categories are something fishy. Size doesn't matter. In the air tonight. Deep doo-doo. The sounds of the night. And not in my mouth. Choose the form of your destroyer.
What was the one? Smells fishy?
Something fishy.
Something fishy. I'll go with something fishy.
Something fishy. All right. And your question. Lots of things can be smelly, but fishy smells is something special. Name these things that can smell like fish. Name these things that can smell like fish. Since everything is on the line, I'm going to give you 30 full seconds to answer. You give me as many answers as you could possibly give me. Things that can smell like fish. And your time starts now.
I'm going to say a bad fart, garbage, fish, an ex-girlfriend, a fish casserole, an open can of tuna fish.
Okay, your time is up. Your time is up. Your time is up. Now, we're going to go on over to the judges. We have to go with the judges on this one. This is why you have to go with the judges. It's a split decision. It's a split decision. You got 2 unquestionable correct answers. Okay? Give me the bells on those. 1, 2. 2 unquestionable correct answers. The third one, I'm throwing to the judges because I'm calling it into question. You said an open can of tuna fish. That's not what it says here, but it's definitely related, okay? I have fishing boats. So a fishing boat, which would be getting the tuna to put in the can, might smell the same. So, judges, are you going to give it to him? Oh, yes, they give it to you! Yes! D-Unit is a smartass!
Yeah!
answers in the category that you did not choose was lakes or ponds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the ones that you got correct was, or obviously the other one you didn't get correct was a fish tank. So the actual tank the fish is in.
You know, I was going to spit that out at the end, giggity.
The other two,
I thought about saying like a fish bowl. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been. Yeah, that would have definitely got it. The two that you got unquestionably correct was fish itself, and the other one you said an ex-girlfriend, which I have down questionable lady bits.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cyrus, thank you very much for playing right along.
I'm at the bottom of the list still.
Yeah. Yeah, you did not redeem yourself at all, sir.
Oh,
Thank you.
Terrible.
Thank you. Anything for entertainment.
All right, so
Terrible,
that has
terrible.
been Who Wants to Be a Smartass?
Coronavirus!
This is AP News. I'm Rita Foley. Some businesses in a few states are reopening today. Georgia, Oklahoma, and Alaska, for instance. Georgia continues its reopening by allowing some customers into movie theaters and restaurants. Californians stuck at home ventured out onto the beaches yesterday, prompting warnings about defying stay-at-home orders. Hard-hit New York and Michigan are keeping stay-at-home restrictions in place at least until mid-May. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo.
Look at the regional analysis, make a determination, monitor whatever you do. Phase 1 of reopening will involve construction and manufacturing activities.
Millions of Americans have lost their jobs, and the White House is getting ready for some even worse unemployment numbers.
The next couple of months are going to look terrible.
White House advisor Kevin Hassett.
You're going to see numbers that are as bad as anything that we've ever seen. I think the unemployment rate is going to jump to a level probably around 16% or even higher in the next jobs report.
And what about gross domestic product, a common indicator used to track the health of a nation's economy?
I think GDP growth in the second quarter is going to be, negative, big number. Wall Street estimates are negative 20, negative 30% at an annual rate.
The next jobs report is due out on May 8th. I'm Shelley Adler.
British Prime Minister Boris Johnson is back at work after 3 weeks off sick with the coronavirus, saying his country is beginning to turn the tide. China is fighting back against calls for an investigation into its role in the pandemic, citing faults with the U.S. response to the outbreak and calling for Washington itself to admit mistakes. This is AP News.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with The Prospect.
Welcome to the weekly sports update with The Prospect on Alien X Radio. With the stay-at-home order extended a couple more weeks in some states, the glitter and glamour of the NFL draft took a detour to the virtual world. The sight of future draft hopefuls walking across the stage, shaking hands with Commissioner Roger Goodell, and posing with a jersey with their name emblazoned on the back has changed to said draftees at home with their friends and families while they wait on the call that will change their lives forever, because that is what they need right now. Take Joe Burrow. The quarterback out of LSU was selected number 1 overall by the Bengals to give new head coach Zach Taylor a fresh start for a team that was struggling last year. Ohio State defensive end Chase Young was drafted to the Redskins at number 2, which was a no-brainer as his talents can possibly lift the team out of 27th in points allowed and yards allowed that they were in last year. I'm pretty sure future college football players are wiping their collective brows at the thought of never seeing him standing across from them again. The Lions went defense, as always, with their first-round pick and selected cornerback Jeff Okudah at number 3. Granted, they needed him to fill the void left by trading Darius Slay and Rashaan Melvin, but it's been a while since the team drafted a quarterback or anyone in the offensive side of the ball for that matter. One of the stories of the draft was Tua Tagovailoa, selected 5th to the Dolphins. While the team definitely needed someone under center to help with the returning Ryan Fitzpatrick, Tagovailoa took a slight drop because of his lingering medical issues that resulted in him sitting out the last few games of his college career. But he has been medically cleared and ready to make a name for himself in the next phase of his playing career. Well, tune in next week for more sports. For Alien X Radio, I'm the Prospect saying until next time, Prospect out.
With the weather quickly changing, it might be a good time to have your furnace or air conditioner checked out by a professional.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Oh my God. What have I done? What have I done?
Look at the turning wheel.
The Alignment, the latest CD from The Creeping Chaos, featuring Dead in the Water.
Dead in the water.
Beg for mercy and Under the Blade.
We live our lives under a blade.
Available now at iTunes, CD Baby, and Rock of Ages in Garden City.
Here's this week's bad movie flashback.
No. Please. No, not that.
Clytus, I'm bored. What plaything can you offer me today?
An obscure body in the SK system, Your Majesty. The inhabitants refer to it as the planet Earth.
I like to play with things a while before annihilation. Pathetic earthlings! Who can save you now? Strange object imaged in the Imperial vortex. Remove the Earthwoman.
Don't kill him yet, Father. I want him. Go, Flash, go!
You're saying it's my fault Earth is being destroyed.
Precisely. I thought it might amuse you tonight.
We are going to empty your memory.
Don't do that. I spent my whole life trying to fill it.
Flash Gordon is still alive.
Alive?
Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
All right, folks, welcome back. We are now in the second half of the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You didn't even feel that jolting quick turn, did you? That's right. The show always takes a turn, but this is a different kind of turn because it's the halfway point. We already turned and came back. Why didn't you feel it? Because the inertia cancelers are canceling. And the gravitational plates are gravitating, and the deflector array is wearing a mask and protecting itself from
Coronavirus!
Aha! Yes, sir. So, anyway, here we are in the second half. What are we going to do? Second half, the same as the first half. We're going to play music for your Vajir holes. There'll be another news update. There'll be more just a few questions. There will be more man law. There'll be, I don't know, there'll be a lot of stuff. Perhaps there'll be another bad movie flashback, for instance. There'll be phone calls from you. You at 1-313-444-8919. Again, it's 1-313-444-8919. So let's go ahead and throw some of that music directly into your Vajir holes. Brand spanking new stuff submitted to the station. Outerspace, the name of the band, I'm assuming, and only. I'm not really sure if that's correct or not. No, the artist is. Wow, they do not know how to label anything. This is what I'm talking about, people. When you send music to me, make sure that the artist name and the title of the song are included in it, because when we load it in here, you know, if you got so much information, I don't know if it's the band, if it's the title of the song, if it's the album, or what. There's a whole bunch of stuff here, so I don't know. Outerspace, the song could be Only and Only, or say One and Only, and the artist could be also Unbeckoned? I'm not sure. But we're going to play it for you anyway. Check it out. See Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outerspace. Wow.
time to answer just a few questions.
Oh, yes. Did you crack your knuckles?
No.
You didn't crack your knuckles today? Did you crack your neck? Or
my back.
You stood up a little bit there and shook it out a little bit, got prepared to answer just a few questions?
Bring it. Bring it.
We're going to have some fun today with this one. This one's not too scary. It's not too... But it's fun. It's fun, you know what I'm saying?
Down with fun.
Okay, so let's do this. Just a few questions.
Question number 1.
Question number 1. So, you are feeling creative today.
Oh, so I am.
That's right. You feel the need to create art. So what do? Just go buy some canvas and some paints and try your luck as a painter? Try molding a masterpiece out of a lump of clay? And can you find others who share your desire? Well, you hear of this class that you can take in a local recreational center called Wine and Painting with Jeff. So you think to yourself, wine is for wimps like Jeff, so you keep looking until you finally find it. That's the one for you. The class is called Smoking Pot and Sipping Cocoa, Crafting with Martha and Snoop Dogg.
Hells yeah.
You can't get your wallet out fast enough. As you get in line screaming, "Shut up and take my money," you see a sign that says group rates. So, who among your friends do you think would like to join you? I know, but you can't take all of them. I know they all want to come, but you must choose 3 of your friends to go crafting with you. So who are you going to choose to take with you to Smoking Pot and Sipping Cocoa with Martha and Snoop Dogg? Crafting show.
Well, I'm going to take you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm friend number 1.
You're friend number 1.
Okay.
Rob.
Rob. It's friend number 2.
Friend number 2. Who would the third one be?
I don't know.
You know what? I'm going to take Dave.
Dave. That's Dave.
Dave.
Just Dave.
Dave.
All right. Dave it is. Dave is friend number 3.
No, I take that back. Oh. I'm not taking Dave.
True Dave.
I'm taking Kevin from Black Heron.
Kevin from Black Heron.
Because I can't take all of them.
Right, you can't take all your friends. They all want to go.
But Kevin's always a...
all of a sudden, Willie Nelson is even a friend of yours. He wants to go.
Yes, Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Kevin's like the modern-day Willie Nelson. So that's why I want to take him.
Okay, I'll go with that. He's like the modern-day Willie Nelson.
You know.
Now, how much would be the most that you would be willing to spend on this type of class? Would it be A, $25 each? B, $100 each? C, $1,000 each? Or D, $10 in a pack of Lucky Strikes that you took off of a dead hooker that you found behind the dumpster at Popeye's Chicken while looking for leftover pieces of these chicken sandwiches that everybody's going freaking crazy for? And go.
How much would I pay?
Yes. $25, $100, $1,000, or that $10 and a pack of Lucky Strikes from the dead hooker behind the dumpster.
So that's per person,
at Popeyes.
right?
Per person, yes.
So I'd have to find 4 dead hookers total.
There wouldn't. It's not that hard right now. Have you seen what's been going on at Popeyes for these chicken sandwiches? There probably already are there that many.
Right, but they all got to have Lucky Strikes. I mean, they all Lucky.
Yeah, that's the rare part.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking that's going to be way too hard. So I think I'd just rather pay the $1,000. I'd pay up $1,000 each.
Yeah, to craft.
To craft with Martha Stewart and smoke weed with Snoop Dogg. Or not Tupac.
Snoop Dogg.
Oh, that's some funny stuff right there.
We're going to make our own hologram show. It's Snoop Dogg.
That would be sweet. Heck yeah.
All right. So that's what you're going to do.
Yes.
You're going to pay $1,000.
I would pay for you. I would pay for Rob and Kevin to go smoke some crafts with...
so they got you for $4,000.
Martha Dog.
Awesome. That is great.
Is there a wild card answer?
There is a wild card answer that you did not pick. Not pick. How much would you be willing to spend for this class? The answer is $350.
$350.
$350. And your bonus question is...
Oh, that's awesome.
Have you ever made an ashtray in art class?
Yes!
Of course you have.
I was like 4.
Of course. And then you did it again, and there's probably a few of them, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and they all looked like ass, and they got a little better.
Right, and I gave it to my grandma.
Uh-huh.
And then
she probably kept it for decades.
Yeah, and when she passed away, my mom grabbed it and gave it to me.
Oh, you got it back again?
Yes.
Now it's even more special.
Yep.
That it's back because
it is
of where it went.
And grandparents are so loving, saying, "Oh, I love it."
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
No, it was in a closet, but she had it.
No, she used it. She used it? Yeah, she put it on her nightstand. And
That she probably did.
She put her rings in it, I think.
Oh, she did love it. She did love it then. She did.
Yeah.
So.
Question number 2.
Question number two. So, you all walk into the classroom. It's unlike any other classroom you have ever been in before. There are no desks or small, uncomfortable wooden chairs. Each student will have their very own comfy couch and ottoman. Sitting on each ottoman is a tray with your pre-class setup kit. It contains a Martha Stewart coffee mug that says, "I'm a crafty bitch," a thermos of Martha's hot cocoa with a side of tiny marshmallows, a pack of Snoop's rolling papers, a lighter that says, "This is my lighter, don't steal it," and a half ounce of his favorite strain, Doggy Doo Doo Crush. So, not Crush, it's Kush. I don't know why I put the R in there. Kush. Doggy Doo Doo Kush. 2 hours later, Martha and Stuart enter the room and wake you all up. They have a few crafts for you to choose from. Who will be making what? Who will be making anal beads made from dental floss and macaroni?
Kevin.
Kevin is making the anal beads out of dental floss and macaroni. Who will make a crocheted waterproof dildo cozy made with fibers of recycled weed bags?
You are.
I am, okay. I'm
Friend number 1.
Who will make a leather face mask with only one opening in it called the pothole, made of leftover materials from last week's crafted lady high jacket? With or without nipples?
That would be Rob. Perfect.
It's perfect. And D,
Martha.
That leaves you, right? You will have to make a butt plug safe.
Hell yeah.
Sculpted and fired in smooth porcelain, this handy item has a hidden compartment you can put your stash in. So you'll be making that one, okay.
Secret compartment. That's some funny ass shit.
All right. I have a wild card answer on here. I don't know why.
Yeah, right? Why is there one? Go on. What is it?
You each make an ashtray made from the skulls of inmates that Martha and Snoop had to shank in the prison yard to keep from being someone's bitch. That would have been a good one, but no.
See, I don't think Snoop's ever done time.
He was there for a minute, wasn't he? He was there for a minute, and then he wrote a song about it. Here you go.
I don't know.
Bonus question. Which of the projects, these projects I just mentioned, which of these projects am I describing? A, personal rectal security.
The anal safe.
The anal safe, good. The Texas Marijuana Massacre.
The mask.
The mask, very good. Sharp and minty.
The sharp and minty?
Sharp and minty.
The anal beads?
Yes, the anal beads. Because it's dental floss and macaroni.
Yes.
Okay. And that leaves finally D, which of course you'll get now is, after 500 uses, the water still beads.
The anal beads.
No!
The
waterproof crocheted dildo cozy. Because it's waterproof.
Right.
Bringing us to...
Question number 3.
Question number 3. Okay. You have all done very well so far. Now it's time for your final exam. Snoop Dogg has placed 3 items on a table. You must all build a working water bong and must incorporate all of the items on the table. You will also be allowed to add any other items and use any tools or materials you may need to make it work. You must also decorate it in some way. Snoop reveals the items that you must use in your water bong challenge. The 3 items are a metal shot glass, a bowling ball, and a half-eaten Popeye's chicken sandwich. Examples of items that you can use for construction are tape, glue, tubing, produce, bottles and cans, empty containers of Igor's lube, the corpses of your enemies, and so on. Examples of items that you can use to decorate it are glitter, ribbon, yarn, macaroni, paint, blood, bone chips, and so on. Now, tell us how to build your beautiful water bong. And go.
So, what was the first things I have to choose from?
You have to use a metal shot glass,
Okay.
a bowling ball, and a half-eaten Popeye's chicken sandwich.
So I have to use all 3 of those.
You have to use those.
I have to use all 3
And you can use anything else you need to make that work.
Okay.
Let's start with where you're going to put the weed.
I'm probably going to put that in the metal shot glass.
Right. So obviously you'd have to do something to the shot glass to turn it into it. So you have to like drill holes in the bottom of it or something, like get little pinholes in it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna need a drill and some drill bits.
Yeah. Well, that you can use those. You can use anything you want with it. So we know that's going to be the bowl.
Right.
So the body of the thing is you still have to use a bowling ball and a half-eaten Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Well, I'm gonna use the bowling ball and maybe some like tubing of some sort to kind of support the bowl and to allow the smoke to go from the bowl to the person's mouth to inhale it.
Right.
And then maybe I'll have something else out of the other hole holding the chicken sandwich, so when I'm done smoking it, I can eat the chicken sandwich.
That's almost my same answer. That's almost my exact same answer. Yeah. The shot glass would be the bowl.
Yeah.
The bowling ball would be the reservoir for the water, and the tubing would all connect everything. Yeah. And then the part that you put in your mouth, the mouthpiece, would be the half-eaten chicken sandwich. Yeah. So, yeah. Very good job. Very good job. Very good job.
I'm very creative.
Yes.
Martha, make some sheets out of that.
Yeah. So now, the bonus question.
Bonus.
What would you rather smoke out of? Your newly crafted water bong or a glass pipe that looks like a penis? Asking for a friend.
Glass pipe looks like a penis. Come on.
Okay.
Everything's better out of glass, bro.
And now, lightning strikes.
Lightning strikes.
Glitter or stripper dust?
Stripper dust? Either one's acceptable.
That's right.
Right?
Knives or shanks?
Shanks.
Would you been to prison?
I did an overnighter one time. Just once.
Doobies or doilies?
Doobies.
Excellent. 50 Shades of Grey or Prison Yards of Fame?
Ooh. I'm going to go with Prison Yards of Fame.
Exactly. You could make me watch that other movie.
No.
Eating paste or sniffing glue?
Oh, definitely eating paste.
Sniffing glue kills brain cells.
Yes.
Sniffing glue kills brain cells.
Exactly.
Sniffing glue kills brain cells.
I get where you're going.
Plastic wrap or cellophane?
Cellophane.
I was torn on that. They're both right. I always say plastic wrap, but it's cellophane. So, grinder or scissors?
Grinder.
Absolutely.
That's a good debate, man. People will, that's a debate. That's a debate.
Empty toilet paper roll and tinfoil. Need anything else? Yes or no?
Weed.
Yeah. Do you need anything else to finish the construction of the project? No. No, yes. You're right. No, you do not need anything else. Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg sex tape. Watch it or no?
Oh, hell yeah, I'd watch it.
Again and again. I'd have it on loop. Classic movie reboot starring Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg called The Lion, the Bitch, and the Wardrobe. See it or no?
Yeah.
And that has been
Just a few
Just a few questions.
on a Saturday thing. For you stay here with you, yes, for one in the same.
Well, the COVID-19 pandemic is taking a toll on essential employees in the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak in New York City. Fox's Aisha Hasni reports.
The USNS Comfort expected to depart later on this week. Last night, there was just one patient left on board that ship. And some devastating news among this pandemic, especially on the front lines here. A rookie New York EMT kills himself after just about 3 months on the job. The New York Post reporting John Mondello was working in one of the busiest areas for 911 calls. A friend tells the Post he'd been experiencing anxiety after seeing so many people die. Some positive signs, though, are the state's daily deaths fell below 400 for the first time since March 31st.
The COVID-19 chaos has taken a toll on the economy, and some states are planning on opening earlier than others. Fox's Steve Harrigan reports.
In many states, it has become a controversial decision, but clearly some states are in the lead when it comes to reopening the economy. Georgia, also Tennessee, South Carolina, Alaska, and Oklahoma. They've all opened to some extent retail stores. Some of that's curbside pickup. Some have also opened up restaurants with strict limitations on how many people can be inside. 31 states in the next week are scheduled to relax some sort of control over the economy. And a look at the California beaches shows just how hard it is to keep people inside, especially with temperatures in the mid-70s. Officials plea for social distancing, but a lot of people say they are just desperate to get out.
Meanwhile, a planning commissioner of Vallejo, California, has resigned after throwing his pet cat and apparently drinking a beer during a Zoom meeting between city officials.
First, I'd like to introduce my cat.
Suddenly tossing the animal off screen. Platzer apologized and said he has resigned from the Planning Commission, effective immediately. I'm Mary Corsetti, and this is Fox News.
Starting to get warm outside. Pretty soon my balls are going to stick to my leg. I got to get me some freedom.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Donna, is that a bottle of Igor's lube?
I wish you would just ring up my stuff without all the questions.
I heard there are millions of uses for that stuff.
I only have one.
Have you ever tried playing a naked game of Twister all covered in this stuff?
Can't say that I have.
This stuff will really help to get you out of a tight spot. Or into one, if you know what I mean. Huh?
Are you almost finished?
Just waiting for the bag boy. Igor?
And don't forget that my lube comes in 1 ounce, 5 ounce, 1 pint, and 1 gallon sizes, so you can feel free to try out that naked twister thing.
Uh-huh. Now see, I told you.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Give me some static! You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from...
When's the last time you had a good time?
Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your vajir holes.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
Shogun.
of Harlem.
All right, folks, we are in our third and final hour of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. All up in your face from outer space, broadcasting from the other side of planet chaos. And that's right, it may cause the uncontrollable desire to wash your ears out with soap. So be prepared for that. Also, folks, remember, when I beam you aboard the mothership, I can tell where you're at when I lock in on you. But I can't tell what it is that you're doing, so please remember, on Mondays at 9 a.m. Eastern, don't be doing anything weird. Because, you know, all of a sudden, bam, you pop in there on the the teleporter room. There you go. And you're like naked. There's whipped cream and olives and there's stuff going on. I'm just saying, at that time, make sure that everything is handled already. So, you know, when I put you here, we don't have cleanup on aisle 9. That's all I'm saying. All right. Cool. Hour number 3 consists of course, another news update on the way. Maybe some more questions. We'll definitely have music for the Vajir holes. Maybe some more man law. And how about another bad movie flashback? All that still on the way. And your calls at 1-313-444-8919. And that's 1-313-444-8919. As we move forward through this ridiculous pandemic. The world has gone crazy. So, you know, what are we going to do? You know, I'm trying to put together shows with all kinds of interesting things that's happening in the world, but every time I look to find anything, it's
Coronavirus!
Nothing else. Hardly any other stories. But every once in a while, come across something. How about this? This is ridiculous. And it is it's still coronavirus related. I guess. This is a pastor. Not a pasture. A pastor. You know what I mean? I say pasture sometimes. It's like, you know, that's a different thing, okay? But she believes that she believes that her vagina has been anointed. So, if you were to, and I have to say arrive at her church, because if I say come at her church, there would be pun intended. If you arrive at her church and you sleep with her, you will get healed of the coronavirus. But you'll walk away with hepatitis elemental P. That's all I'm saying.
Hello and welcome to Man Law. I am your host, Judge Man. You have been read your rights. I have read your complaints and emails. The first case up on the docket today comes from Jeffrey from Palm Springs. Jeffrey writes, Judge Man, I've been dating a girl for about 5 months. She's very hot and we get along very well. She suggested that we take our relationship to the next level by going on a trip to a local amusement park, at which we'll be staying in a hotel. Judge Man, my problem is this. Whenever I ride a roller coaster, I scream like a little bitch. And she has told me that she loves the big, fast roller coasters. So, Judge Man, what can I do to not look like a little bitch when I'm screaming at the top of my lungs? Well, sir, Jeffrey, there's nothing you can do to not look like a little bitch when screaming like a little bitch. My suggestion to you is go to the amusement park every day for a week before your date. And now, today's list of things that real men should never, ever, ever do. Number 1, real men should never use words like lovely or delightful. Number 2, real men should never wear flip-flops. Get some man shoes, sir. Number 3, real men don't wear makeup. No makeup of any kind. Don't call it guy liner, it's makeup. Number 4, real men don't knit or crochet. It's not a hobby, it's a girl thing. And the last one on my list today, real men never play the part of the inner spoon. This has been Judge Man with Man Law. I have ruled.
I would never kill somebody, not unless they piss me off.
Isn't there anything job-related that you should be doing at this particular moment?
I spend my time in your eyes. I'm sorry for this way. No one can tell how I'm feeling. I wanna be with you every day. It's been so much time that we know each other. I wanna feel your heart. I hope we'll meet soon. I wanna breathe your body next to mine. My love is sweet, even though I've never seen her. My beauty queen is on a screen again. My girl is sweet, even though I never feel her body. My thoughts are clean, I wanna feel alright. I spend my time in your eyes. I'm sorry for this way. No one can tell how I'm feeling. I wanna breathe your body next to mine. You make me believe in love. My love is sweet, even though I've never seen her. My beauty queen is on a screen again. My girl is sweet, even though I never feel her body. My thoughts are clean, I wanna feel alright. My love is deep, even though I've never seen her light. My beauty queen is on a screen again. My girl is sweet, even though I never feel her body. My thoughts are clean, I wanna feel alright. Face to face, we got to live. Hand in hand, we got to be. Face to face, we got to live. Hand in hand, we got to be. My love is sweet, even though I've never seen her. My beauty queen is on a screen again. My girl is sweet, even though I never feel her body. My thoughts are clean, I wanna feel alright. My love is deep, even though I've never seen her light. My beauty queen is on a screen again. My girl is sweet, even though I never feel her body. My thoughts are clean, I wanna feel alright.
Scott Bale is the Antichrist!
I think I figured out why they call them roach clips. Because potholder was already taken.
Inside this room, all of my dreams become realities, and some of my realities become dreams.
This is Don Cruz at Cameo Parkway Records. You just put the needle on a really unique record album.
Tree hugger.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
When a woman screams, I just feel the need to be there.
Here's this week's bad movie flashback.
No. Please, no.
Across the sea of stars lies another world, a world almost exactly like ours. This is where he lives. He's 27 years old, single but searching. Favorite sports, windsurfing and Aikido. Favorite pastimes, cigars and sex. He has everything except fulfillment. And then one night, it happens.
Hey, good buddy, are you home?
He has a very sudden midlife crisis. He lands in Cleveland.
You do know why you were sent to me.
Listen to me, small visitor. I can explain how you got here.
Maybe you're here for some greater purpose, some cosmic god.
Here, he's forced to reassess his career goals.
You went to med school?
explore new relationships, to redefine his self-image,
I'm sorry, we don't allow pets on the premises.
to adjust to a changing lifestyle,
All right, pull it out!
until he discovers just who he really is. A duck in big trouble.
That's a duck, man.
Howard the Duck, trapped in a world he never made. Coming from George Lucas, a Willard Hike film, a Gloria Katz production.
You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Can you feel it?
Alrighty, folks, the attack continues, and I'm telling you right now, man, it's like brain freaking overload. You know, I mean, 2020 is a dumpster fire, folks. It's a freaking dumpster fire already. I mean, it's just burning, and the flames can be seen from outer space. I mean, what should we worry about the most? Iranian military ships circling and harassing our naval ships in international waters, threatening an incident that leads us to war that way? Should we worry about idiots out there that misinterpret information or only listen to little pieces of information and then go out and start drinking Lysol and then blaming it on people that never actually said to do that? Should we worry about people creating fake stories out there just to have something to read besides stuff about the coronavirus, like masturbating ghost apes in fancy hotels? Should we be worried that that our own media out there is so worried about people mixing together chemicals that they put out a list of chemicals not to mix together because they create harmful chemicals? So what you did basically is gave everybody out there an ingredients list of how to create things like chloroform, nerve gas, and stuff of that nature. It's like, so you just say, okay, here you go. Yeah, you didn't give them the exact parts, but boy, they know how to look it up now. I'm just saying, don't give stupid people scissors and tell them to run. Okay? Just don't do that. You know, are we supposed to worry about people who buy, $10,000 worth of toilet paper and then go out to neighborhoods and open the trunk and sell them for $5 a roll? Are they idiots, or are the store owners idiots that sell that to them? You know, when somebody goes to buy some toilet paper and it's all sold out, are you mad at the people that bought all of it? Or should you also, in addition to that, be mad at stores for not putting limits on things like toilet paper? Like, nobody's going to need 200 rolls of toilet paper. So if there's a shortage, you should not let somebody buy 200 rolls. You should put a limit and say, oh, you can buy like maybe 3 packets. Any of the size packets, fine. You want to buy the big old packets, that's fine. But 3, that's it, and that's all you get. But no, they didn't do that. Should we also worry about whether or not we're being lied to as to whether or not Kim Jong-un, I keep saying King, Kim Jong-un is dead? Who knows? I don't know. Because we're in the information and disinformation and misinformation era in our lives. You know, he went under surgery. He's in a vegetative state. He's in a coma. He's dead. No, he's not. He was on a train. The train's been spotted at their vacation facility. He's actually just hanging out trying to get away from the coronavirus. Maybe he has a coronavirus. We don't know. Who's going to take over? Maybe his sister. I don't know. His sister's crazier than he is. That's all bad shit. Whoa. It's all bad crazy. I don't know. What's going on, folks? What should we be more worried about? Should we be worried about whether or not your bosses are watching your Facebook page and worrying about whether or not you play tennis and they disagree with tennis, so they're going to fire you because they don't like what you're doing in your private life? Should we worry about preachers and pastors out there telling you nonsense that their vaginas are anointed and they'll heal you? I mean, come on, people. Maybe we just need to when we say quarantine, we need to actually not go on the internet and not watch television for a little bit. Just I don't know, lock ourselves in a room and stare at our shoes. I don't know what we need to do. We need to press the reset button. We need to clear out some of this stuff that we got forward. We need to clear our RAM, okay? We need to clear our desktops and reprioritize what the hell it is that's important. Because we have no idea. Things are getting out of control, folks. I'm just saying. But no worries, right? No worries. Chris Jaden, the artist. No worries, the name of the song. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Woke up this morning, wiped my eyes, took a sip of my cup. Picked up the newspaper, another story about a girl that lost her way. Innocent's gonna tell me that there's nothing wrong, but there's no way to hide what's inside when the devil is on the rise. Then I realized that I can divide the skies, and everything will be alright, alright. We gotta keep it up, don't let nothing bring you down. No worries, no, no, no. Just gotta keep it up, no doubt, things gon' turn around. No worries, no, no, no. Had an epiphany, realized I've been losing my touch. She's got the best of me, talking to myself as I just drift away. Ignorance gonna tell me that there's nothing wrong, but there's no way to hide what's inside when the devil is on the rise. Then I realized that I can divide the skies, and everything will be alright, alright. We gotta keep it up, don't let nothing bring you down. No worries, no, no, no. Just gotta keep it up, no doubt, things gon' turn around. No worries, no. Come on, people now, we gotta let them know. Come on, people now, just let go. Come on, people now, we gotta let them know. Come on, people now, just let go. We gotta give it up, don't let nothing bring you down. No worries, no, no, no. Just gotta give it up, no doubt, things gon' turn around. No worries, no. We gotta give it up, don't let nothing bring you down. No worries, no, no, no. Just gotta give it up, no doubt, things gon' turn around. Oh, no worries, no, no, no.
There's something very important I forgot to tell you. Don't cross the streams. It would be bad.
What do you mean bad?
Try to imagine all life as you know it stopping instantaneously and every molecule in your body exploding at the speed of light.
Right, that's bad. All right, important safety tip. Thanks, Egon.
And now your weekly news update from NPR.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
I've always listened to it.
A new national coalition of arts organizations has banded together to help struggling artists. As NPR's Netta Ulaby reports, the group plans to give $5,000 to 100 different artists every week through September.
The group is called Artist Relief, and it's already deluged with applications, more than 50,000 in the first 2 weeks alone. Millions of people work as full-time artists in the U.S., and most of them have been terribly affected by the economy. According to a survey by the group Americans for the Arts, more than 2/3 of musicians, dancers, and other artists are now out of work. Any professional U.S. artist, no matter the medium, can apply for one of the grants meant to supplant funding from the government. Artist Relief is funded by leading philanthropy organizations. It includes a wide variety of organizations, from the Academy for American Poets to the Sundance Institute, which supports independent film. Netta Ulaby, NPR News.
Israel's Supreme Court is halting a coronavirus contact tracing program this week. The justices said the tracking program cannot continue until Israeli lawmakers pass a law. Israel started using the program last month to ID people exposed to the virus by tracking the movements of people who test positive. Those who were exposed were ordered into quarantine. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un remains out of sight as rumors swirl about the status of his health. Officials in South Korea say they have no reports that indicate there have been any unusual developments in Kim's health. These questions arose after Kim skipped a key North Korean holiday, April 15. This is NPR.
You know, it's about to start getting pretty hot outside. I think it's time I have a professional check out my air conditioning unit.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Me and my lady want to get busy tonight. What do you recommend?
Igor's Lube.
I got my fist stuck in a gravy boat. Any ideas on how I can get it out?
Igor's Lube.
The hinges on my cabinet doors are squeaky. What should I use?
Igor's Lube.
I got dry, flaky elbows.
Igor's Lube.
Okay, but what if I'm being held hostage by a supervillain in an underground lair with a ticking time bomb and only seconds left until detonation? What would save me then, huh?
Igor's Lube.
That's right. Everything is smoother with Igor's Lube.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Here we go! Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your vagir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
The house is now on fire.
All right, everybody, we're in the home stretch now. That's right. I got you till noon, folks. And then it's time to get something to eat. You know? I mean, I sit here and I babble and I babble and I talk and I talk and I talk.
You know, you haven't stopped talking since I came here. You must have been vaccinated with a phonograph needle.
Okay. But I get hungry, you know? You know, so sometimes if I eat before I go on the air, you know, about halfway through, it's all.
That's a spicy meatball!
And that's not a good thing at all. Oh, man. Just me and playing with some sound effects, you know. It's great radio, right? Just me just randomly clicking on things, you know.
I gotta barbecue your assy molasses!
Sounds delicious. Anyway, more music for the Vajir holes on the way. Maybe perhaps another man law, but definitely some just a few questions. And if you happen to call in, your phone calls as well at 313-444-8919. So, without further delay, Ecstasy, the name of the band, and Play With Fire is the name of the song. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
What are we doing for lunch?
Dolphins are intelligent and friendly. Intelligent and friendly on rye bread with some mayonnaise.
Hello and welcome to Man Law. I'm your host, Judge Man. I have read your complaints and your emails. The first case on the docket today is Tom from Facebook. Tom writes, Judge Man, if a man has a hot girlfriend who is talking about dumping him, does a friend encourage her to stay with the friend? Or is it fair to try and jump all over that? Well, Tom, as you would think Man Law would say, go ahead and, quote, jump all over that, I have to defer you to the bro code. If this is a friend of yours, then the bro code strictly prohibits the jumping all over of that. Thanks for your email. And now today's list of things that men should never ever do. Number 1, men don't watch Lifetime television. Change the station. Isn't CNN got something on? Number 2, real men don't bake. We just grill. Baking is for Betty Crocker. Number 3, men don't grow out their long fingernails. Come on, guys. Fingernails are for sissies. Number 4, real men don't get hair extensions either. No, if your hair isn't long enough, you grow it. If you can't grow it, shave it off. And number 5, real men never ever put their hair up in a man bun. Dude, if you actually have long hair, then wear it down when you put it up in the man bun. Just saying, sissy! And that does it for this week's edition of Man Law. This is Judge Man. I have ruled.
Get out!
We were doing this long before you came in, sir.
And now it's time to answer just a few questions.
All right. Are you ready to answer just a few questions? Are you scared? Don't be scared.
I'm not scared.
Don't be scared.
Not.
Bring it. All right. So, here we go. Question number 1.
Question number 1.
Question number 1. So, while you were out shopping for a new thong and some bedazzling supplies, you run into Jeff Goldblum.
Stop. Time out.
He's like, stop, time out. That wouldn't happen.
Right.
That's why this is just a few questions.
All right.
It's all fake. Okay, while you were out shopping for a brand new guitar.
No, that's fine. We can do the thong and bedazzle thing. That's fine.
Thong and bedazzling
All right,
supplies.
so.
Okay, you run into Jeff Goldblum, who is out riding his bike. Apparently, he is in town for a movie and likes to ride his bike out and about when he's not on the set. The two of you decide to go to a club for a few drinks and see a local rock show. You and Jeff get hammered for the next 5 hours while you rock out to Black Heron Influence, Concrete Angel, Spiral Crush, and Vicariant.
That'd be a hell of a show.
After putting your faces back on, as that show would be amazing and certainly rock your faces off, the last thing you remember was the owner letting the two of you out the back door at 3 a.m. After that, everything went black. When you woke, you found yourself naked and locked inside a strange egg-shaped pod. You began pounding on the window and shouting. Jeff walks into view wearing a lab coat. A look of anger falls over your face, and you begin punching the window. Jeff says, calm down. Yes, you are naked. But no, we didn't do any butt stuff. So you calm down immediately. Take a deep breath and ask, so what's up, Jeff? He picks up a small jar and walks over to the window. This is a common housefly. So small and unimportant to you or me, but proportionately, they have far more strength than any human could ever have. What we are going to do is take take all of the strength and genetic benefits from this housefly and infuse it with your DNA. With that, he placed the jar in a small pod on his desk next to his computer. What do you say next? A, hey Jeff, what happened to the Michaels bag with my new thong and pack of rhinestones? B, sounds great, Jeff, but I just woke up. Can I take a piss, get a cup of coffee, and deal with this morning boner first? C, are you sure we didn't do any butt stuff? Come on, be honest with me. And go. Remember, there is a wild card answer.
I'm going to go with B.
You're going to go with B. Yep. Sounds great, Jeff, but I just woke up. Can I take a piss, get a cup of coffee, and deal with this morning boner first? That sounds about
It sounds about every day.
That's the most reasonable one, I think.
Yeah.
The wild card answer you did not choose was okay, but be careful. I don't think you want to start. He says, okay, but be careful. I don't think I want to start puking on my food before eating it, Jeff. Yes. Bonus question is, what other fly features besides strength and flying would be helpful to humans?
I would say probably they're seeing.
Yeah.
You know, because they
can see pretty good all over the place.
Right. And me being blind and stuff.
With like hundreds of eyes or something?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how it was, but I know they kind of, I don't know if you want to call it their peripheral.
Yeah.
Because you ever know when you try to kill a fly from...
Oh, it's almost...
They know it.
Yeah, that's pretty hard.
Yeah.
So...
Question number 2.
Question number 2! Number 2 is, well, after unsuccessfully trying to talk Jeff out of splicing you with a fly, he flips the switch and the lights in the room dim. A low humming sound begins to grow. A few snaps of electricity and you begin to feel very strange. Just then, everything goes black again. When you wake up, you are in a circular glass room with a steel ceiling. You cannot see any way out. And that's when you realize that you can see the entire room in all directions at the same time. Then a giant Jeff Goldblum face appears on the other side looking at you and says, I hope you can forgive me. I had the wires crossed, and instead of transferring the fly's best abilities into you, I transferred your best abilities into the fly. That's when you realize the large glass room with the steel ceiling is actually the jar, and you are now a housefly. Now let's see what parts of you is the fly and what parts of you is you. We know you are small. Wait. We know you are small and can see in all directions. So what other fly powers do you have? You fly up to the lids to the jar's lid. Okay, you can fly. You knock the lid right off the top of the jar with ease. So you have a human strength, but in a fly package. Now that you are out of your prison, how do you punish Jeff? A, well, since you can move like a fly and still hit like a man, you begin kicking his ass all over the lab. B, you fly into the sewers and find some rat droppings. You land on it, as flies do, and then fly back to Jeff's house, landing on his potato salad, and bam! Just like that, he's got the plague. Or C, they say living well is the best revenge, so you join a funk group as the world's first insect bass player known as Superfly. And go.
I'm going with C.
You're going with C. You're going to be Superfly.
I'm going to be Superfly.
So you can be a funk bass player. You got to get this little itty bitty. You got to get this little itty bitty bass. Can you find a bass small enough?
I'll build one.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess you could. Little fly bass, super fly bass.
Fly bass.
Sweet.
Like a flying V bass.
All right. And the wild card answer you did not choose. Wait until he gets into bed and then start flying around the room until he gets up. Then hide and repeat until dawn.
Okay, I want to go with that wild card answer.
Damn flies, I'm trying to sleep. Bonus question is, would you say it's possible that after all these years of fast living, as a fly, you just might be immune to raid?
I would say yeah.
They might shh, there, it'll kill him, and you'd be like, whoa, yeah, I'm super fly. Give me some more. I want another hit of that. Whoa. No? Maybe?
I smoke at the raid for breakfast, man. You know?
Question number 3.
Question number 3 is, so, it looks like you will be spending the rest of your life as the world's coolest housefly. Luckily, you kept a human's lifespan. So aside from being the greatest insect bass player, yet being able to be crushed by a fly swatter, what are some of the pros and cons to being a housefly hybrid? A, you can sit in on private conversations as a fly on the you You have to dissolve your food with acid vomit before sucking it up. B, you can sit in on girls changing in the locker room as a fly on the wall, but you have a fly's dick, so what's the point? C, you can fly free in any direction you choose, but you know that someday you'll end up residing in the aromatic aroma of a bag lady living behind a dumpster at the Pack and Save downtown. And go.
I'm going to go with B.
You're going to go with B. So, yeah, you're going to check out the chicks, but you can't do anything about it because you got a fly's dick.
It's okay.
It's okay, man.
It's okay, man.
You got a fly's dick.
The
wild card answer you did not choose. Sure, you can see in all directions. Fly. Have your full... Wait, did I call this something? No, that's something else. Okay. Sure, you can see in all... Fly. Have your full lifespan and strength. You could travel the world as an insect basist and digest your food before eating it, eliminating the possibility of getting heartburn. But raid kills bugs, oh yes it can. But if the spray don't kill him, you can smash him with the can. Anyway, your cheap shot question. This is a new thing. Like I haven't hit you with a couple cheap shots already, right?
Right.
Your cheap shot question is...
We're calling it a cheap shot question.
It's the cheap shot question. Because it's not really a question. It's just kind of a cheap shot. If the fly got all of the good stuff, think about the other pod. That poor creature can't fly, can't see in all directions. It's the size of a human with the strength of a fly, and it clearly can't play bass guitar at all. So what can it do? You know, besides answer just a few questions. Oh!
This will be my last time here inside the show. I will be retiring after today.
It would be the Danny DeVito character.
The Danny DeVito.
The Danny DeVito character.
From Twins?
From Twins, right. So you got all the good stuff, and then all the stuff got left behind in the other one. But he looks like you now.
Right.
He's the fly inside you, and you are you inside the Superfly. Anyway, that has been just a few questions.
That's terrible. We're having no lightning crashes.
Oh, we got to do... That's right. That's on another page. See, it keeps throwing me off when I don't have it on the same page.
What is wrong?
So, it's time for lightning strikes. True or false? Jeff Goldblum played an alien in a 1989 romantic comedy.
True.
The title of that movie was Earth Girls Are Easy or My Space Guy.
Earth Girls Are Easy.
True or false? Jeff Goldblum played Mahoney in Police Academy.
False.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button. You are correct.
Say, dude, come on.
No, I fat fingered it and hit the wrong button. What alien attack movie am I referring to? It's starring DJ Jazzy Jeff Goldblum and the Fresh Prince.
Independence Day.
That is correct, sir. Alice in Chains album relevant to today's questions. 5, 4,
Dinosaurs
3,
put us
2, 1. Jar of Flies.
Oh yeah, I forgot jar of flies.
More attractive to flies, mouse poop or dog poop?
I'm gonna go dog poop. I don't know why. I'm just guessing.
Dead fish or old fruit?
Old fruit.
Either one would have been fine. A festering sewer or Courtney loves vagina?
Courtney loves vagina.
Good answer, good answer. Who was Jeff Goldblum's female co-star in The Fly?
Oh, it was Louise. Your name's right here.
Gina Davis. Yes! All right, so what other movie has Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis done together? There's two of them. I'll take either one.
There was The Fly.
Mm-hmm.
They did 2 other ones?
They did 2 other movies together.
Really?
There's a few other things they did together, I'll tell you that.
Well, weren't they married?
We'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
We're over time.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Earth Girls Are Easy.
Oh, yeah.
And Transylvania 65000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis are ex-husband and wife or good friends and co-owners of Apartments.com?
Ex-husband and wife.
My mouse died. There we go. Change your apartment, change the world, or change your apartment, get rid of bed bugs.
Change your apartment, get rid of bed.
Get rid of bed bugs? So that's the slogan? Change your apartment, get rid of bed bugs?
There you go.
That's the ghetto version of Apartments.com. That's duplexes.com. Well, we want to thank everybody for joining us here inside the mothership. I'm Bailey Stone.
I'm T-Unit.
Until next time, peace.
See ya.
All right, that was just a few questions, and we've got just a few minutes left of this week's episode of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. So I do want to thank everybody for listening on all the fantastic stations that we broadcast on all across this fantastic blue and green ball we call Earth. Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, WCET FM, Lime City Radio, Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network, and then our fine, fantastic affiliates around the world in replay and syndication. Fantastic stations like 920 WON The Apple, 24.7 The Stream, WRFN 1025, and, of course, Western Reserve Digital Radio, amongst many, many others. So I'm going to leave you real quick with just a little portion of a brand spanking new submission of an instrumental by a band called Electric Mud. And, yeah, Carney and the Cat House is the name of this one. So, anyway, until next week, this is Alien Stone saying peace out, everybody. Wash your hands.
Coronavirus!
What are we doing for lunch? I'm starving.